What's up, everyone? Today we're going to take a look at the ATCS and ACSES introduction. I've already done this, but this is a bit of a tutorial to give you a heads up, as I know it can get kind of difficult at times, but this is for the LIRR railway system, Long Island Railroad system.
In this training module, you'll be taken through the basics of understanding ATC, Automatic Train Control, and ACSES, Advanced Civil Speed Enforcement System.
Hope you enjoy the tutorial. This is Jimmy Dali. Don't forget to share, like, favorite, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more info. First things first, we gotta set the reverser to forward. Our key is already on by default, so we won't have to do that. And we set this to max brake. And as you can see, the brake is charging.
ATC and ACSES work together to relay signal aspects and speed restrictions to the equipment in the cab. You should always follow in-cab signaling, even if you have not enabled enforcement.
So the 15 miles per hour is the maximum we have to keep at the moment for the ACSES.
Are not acknowledged or adhered to. Let's take a look over the onboard equipment to understand how to read and react to them. Most of your information will be displayed in this ADU, or Aspect Display Unit.
Always look at the middle, guys.
The speed indicators on the left side of the ADU display the current ATC cab aspect. The track speed shown on the right of the ADU is the current speed for ACSES. You should always adhere to the lowest of these two speeds, even if enforcement isn't enabled. Let's get moving and see how ATC and ACSES will enforce speed limit changes.
Right, let's add some power. So we'll stay under 15 miles per hour for the moment. Add a bit more power. Now when the alerter pops up, guys, remember to hit your caps lock on your keyboard. You have 3 seconds to comply, otherwise the power brakes will go on. There we go. I just hit that. Remember, it's the caps lock button. We're going to move up to 60 miles per hour now.
60 speed aspect. This means you're able to drive
in just a few minutes, in just a couple of moments.
The alerter will sound periodically if certain controls are not interacted with. When this happens, you must acknowledge the alerter or penalty braking will be applied.
There we go.
If penalty braking is applied, you will need to recover the train once it has come to a stop. To recover the train, you will need to recharge the brake pipe, move the master controller into the max brake position, and then press and hold the brake charge button.
Alright, so as you can see on the top left, it changed from 16 to 60, so we're going to raise the speed. We're also looking at the middle bottom of the screen where it says 80. We're going to go 60 max. So we're going to raise the speed of the loco up until 60. And on the top right, you can see what the next speed is if there's any indicator. what I'm looking at is the middle, bottom of the screen, and the top right at the moment. And I'm clicking on caps lock every time the alert goes off to acknowledge it. Alright, we're going to stay below 60. So we'll put it into coast. And it should give us our next speed limit in the bottom middle of your screen. Right now it's showing 80. It should go down to 40 very soon. So we're gonna have to hit the brakes, slow down to 40, plus press the alerter when that happens, or the caps lock button. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over which button it is, just in case you guys caught the video from the middle and on. Should display it a little earlier. Right, we're starting to see a yellow mark light coming up. That means we're gonna have to slow the train down. There's a 1.3% incline on the track at the moment. If you look on the top center of your screen, 1.2 gradient now. Just gonna coast at 40. See what the next light is gonna want me to back down to. I think it's gonna be 30. So we'll just have enough time to click on the caps lock key once we hear the alerter. We acknowledge it, and then we quickly back down on the power using brakes with the D button on the keyboard when that happens. Right.
The next signal is at a reduced aspect. When this happens, the alerter will sound.
So now it's showing 40.
And move the master controller into the braking range to slow
Clicked
the
on
train
the key,
down to the required
caps
speed.
lock key again.
The onboard computer keeps
As you
track
can
of the
see, it
train's
says
position
40
and
right at
calculates a safe braking curve for
right there,
upcoming
and
access
the
speed
next one is going to be 15. So we're going to start slowing down. The next yellow marker will say 15. We have to make sure we back down to that speed. So let's set our brakes now. Marker's coming up. There's a 15. Should pop up on your top left at any moment.
The speed
There it
aspect
is.
shown on the ADU.
Oh, it says
changed.
30, sorry.
This could indicate there is congestion or another train ahead. Track sections under ATC and ACSES might
we have
be
to
occupied
brake.
by multiple trains, allowing for high density on busier lines.
Stop.
Not only must you drive at a reduced speed, but you're expected to drive by sight, which means you must be prepared to stop.
Now we have to
if
go
you see a
15,
train in
so I have
front
to back out. Back in, put some power. Oh, we have to charge the brake. When you see 0 on the bottom right, means you have to max the brake so it could charge up. There we go, it's charging. There we go. Now we should start. And we'll stop at 600 feet. Make sure not to go over 15 miles per hour, as you can see in the bottom middle of your screen. The limit is 15. And that's the one we have to follow. Acknowledged one more time. And try and brake right on the marked area. Right, full brakes. Perfect. Now we wait, and we should get a green light a couple of minutes. There he is. He's leaving. Get a close-up of him. Yeah, he's taking off. Switching tracks, so we're going to be able to move ahead very soon. You don't have to contact the signal or anything, so ignore this tab key. Just look at the top right and make sure that when that switches to yellow or green, you're ready to take off. Our brakes are charged, as we can see here. Brake pipe is at 131 psi. There we go. There's our yellow marker. So we're going to start heading off at 40 now. Things have changed. Again, ignore the top 60 and look at the 40 right here.
The line ahead has cleared. You do not need to acknowledge speed increases, only reductions.
Just hit the caps lock key. Oh, it switched to 30 now.
Being applied. Always stick to the maximum permitted speed. When adhering to the ACSES displayed track speed, you have a grace of 3 miles per hour over the maximum authorized speed. Any more and an alarm will sound. You then have 8 seconds to reduce your speed before penalty braking is applied. If you exceed 6 miles per hour over the displayed track speed, penalty brakes will come on immediately. Remember, always stick to the maximum authorized speed shown on the ADU,
which is 40 at the moment.
Enable enforcement. Failure to do this may cause unsafe conditions on the line.
We'll stay under 40.
As a new driver, you should remain a few miles per hour under the maximum authorized speed.
Yep.
This will give you enough of a buffer to avoid speeding penalties and react to speed reductions.
Right, nothing's changed. We're still at 40. Our next speed warning is still 40. Caps lock key acknowledges the alerter. Now we're gonna get a new speed. It says 70, but I'm gonna wait for the yellow marker to give me the new speed limit. So wait till that crosses over. Right about now. Still 70. Alright, we'll raise our speed to 60 then. Oh, 40 now. Whoops. Yep, gotcha. Okay, we'll stay at right under 40. Again, I always look at the middle part of the display. That's our most important. Where it says 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 80. And because 40 is highlighted in white, that's the one I'm going to pay attention to. I'm going to ignore the digital 60 right beside it. I have to back down to 30. Acknowledge. Get some power. Down to 30. And I have about 1,000 feet to go. It's a bit tricky. But you'll get the hang of it. Again, if you don't press the alerter in time, the brakes will kick in automatically. You have to go into at least min brake. Acknowledge, I'm pressing, hello. It's because 15 is lit and I was not. min. Now we can start it up. Don't go over 15, Jim. That's the basic premise of the game. And we made it to our final stop. Acknowledged again. Let's stop the train right on the marker. Now we hit U to open the doors.
Good work. That concludes this introduction to ATC and ACSES. You can always replay this training module if you ever need to refresh your memory.
There we go. Of course, we're not going to get an award. We already got platinum on it. I did it earlier. But that's basically what you're supposed to do. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And don't forget to share, like, favorite, subscribe. And click that bell icon for more awesome content, guys, coming your way. Jimmy Dali signing out. I'll see you all next time. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm stacking up the bodies. Jimmy Dali on the track with gaming extra naughty. PC gaming's my lane, simulation's my domain. Driving, flying, building, man, I'm about to go insane. Sitting at my desk with my fingers on the keys, clicking on the mouse and blowing up NPCs. From the sim to flight sim, I'm the king of all genres. I don't need a cheat code, I'm the ultimate conqueror. Pin up some drama in the virtual kitchen, blasting enemies like it's a demolition mission. Simulation games, man, they bring me satisfaction. Paving my own path, I'm the star of my own action.